we actually started talking a little bit about your bullpens and how your bullpens are very different from some of the other pitchers that she worked with. So, like, the comparison was that your bullpen, like, you warm up all of your pitches, and there's like a certain sequence. I don't know if you still do it like that, versus like most pitchers are the one pitch. Once that's all done, then going to the next pitch. Can you talk a little bit about how you kind of design that style of bullpen and why that works for you?
Yeah, I started to do it at UW because I was just mental. Like, I was so big on the routine stuff and like needing to really not just focus on one thing. So it just got to the point that it became part of my routine when I would warm up for games. To be like rise, curve, screw, change, drop, and I would just do the exact same format. And obviously, like, when I was warming up, if there was a pitch or something that's just terrible, or okay, I got to throw a couple more curveballs or something like that. But I can say this: I've never been a pitcher that allows a warm up to dictate the outcome of my game, because it's so easy. And I've been around so many pitchers that will have just shit warm ups, and they're just like deer in headlights. Oh my God, I got to go into the game. And this was terrible, and this wasn't working. God damn, when you cross the lines, it's just like an inner warrior that comes out. It doesn't matter if your curveball was shit spin or coming in there 2 miles an hour slower than normal. It's like, but the purpose of the routine and doing stuff the same is to feel comfortable, right? Like, okay, nice, I'm feeling good, I'm doing what I know what to do. And then when you cross the lines, it's like a whole other level, which is scary to me to think about, like how different I become when I get the opportunity to compete. But routine has always been something that I've needed in order to feel good in the moment. And when I do cross the line, it's like, all right, I put in the work, I've done what I need to do, let's go.
And at some point, if you're not feeling good in your warm-up, you're just gonna have to say fuck it and not get it in your head.
Yeah. Play this game too much to get in our head anymore. I've learned that coming back and being at where I'm at now. Like, there's been so many moments in the past 3 years of like pressure, right? Where I'm out there, there's a lot going on, and I will literally take like 5 seconds and be like, my life is so much harder at home. Like, this is not hard. Like, cleaning up shit, this, that, go to sleep, not sleeping, like messy, like my life is way harder than this moment of throwing with bases loaded 2 out. Like, this is the fun part.
Yeah.
Life sometimes throws you that crazy, like, oh my God, that every day the kids, it's a lot, it's this, it's that. So like, I feel like I found a newfound respect for the game in regards to just going out and doing and just doing it, like not overthinking, like trusting the work that I put in. And I've always put in the work. I never will question what I bring to the table in that regards. It's just, I think pressure is just another element for us to deal with. And I don't fear it anymore. Like, I don't fear the failure aspect of it, because if you put in the work, what's meant to be will be. I can't fear that I'm going to give up a pitch and we lose based on that, or what's the point of me playing, you know? And I think about it, and the fact that like the Olympics, if it goes down next summer, like how hard we're all training right now for 5 games is a damn crime. You know what I mean? Like, you think about college and you're grinding and you're working and conditioning for a whole season. And it's like, we're training our asses off and pushing ourselves into this level that is not normal, in my opinion. But in order to get something that you want so badly, you have to work to this capacity. But it's for 5 games. That's crazy. Because I remember when we played Mexico in the Olympic qualifier last September, and that and Puerto Rico was a whole other level of emotion. Like, just even leading up and waking up, like, all right, let's go. So it's like every day when I'm working, it's with the intention of knowing that, like, you thought pressure was there. Wait till this happened. You know, you have one bad game, it can ruin your chances of winning a medal. That's a tough pill to swallow. And that's why I'm so hard on like my team and why I expect this work ethic, because not all of them have been to the Olympics. We're very fortunate, Canada, to have, there'd be 4 of us that went to the Olympics 12 years ago. But it's like, not to say that we know what it takes to win a medal, but I know what it takes to deal with those emotions of the game testing you on so many levels. And at that point, it truly comes down to, what have you done to allow yourself to thrive in the moment? Like, if you feel shitty and pressure, it's because there's some sense of a doubt that you haven't done enough to step up and be the one to do the job. And I think that's why I will get at times I think about it, because in this game at times it's out of my control what somebody else does, right? Like, I can control what I can do, but if there's a certain player and they get tested and they F up or they screw up, and there's somebody that you've ever had that sense of doubt about, those are emotions that I think would be harder for me to deal with if we lose based on something like that.
Do you think it's doubt, or do you think it's experience?
Probably experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like, but I can't say to those people, like, I know what I'm talking about and you need to do this. But it's like, at the end of the day, I've never sacrificed this much. I've never worked to this level. I've never had this much on my plate. So it's like, I expect that for everyone. I expect the work ethic to be there. To say that everyone will have the same mentality as me or Jen Salling or Kaylee Rafter or Vic Hayward, like, no, not everyone's going to act the same. But damn it, when we get the ability to work and do what's required and more, it's like the expectation is to make sure you do it with the intent of, like, we're training our asses off for 5 games. Mm-hmm. You're putting yourself to that unknown, because my number one thing that I dislike in people is just like the box checkers. Like, yep, just check the box. Okay, I did it. Yep, I'm supposed to do this. But are we doing it with intent? Are we doing it with that mentality of, like, okay, like right now when I'm grinding, like, I'm thinking about all those other players I'm going to be playing against. I'm thinking about Monica. What's she doing? What's Garcia doing? What's Wayne doing? Like, but that's a whole other beast in me, where it's like, I've always had to rely on the work to feel good in the moment, to give me that little extra competitive edge. Yeah. So it's whatever that may be for our team. You got an additional 15 months to figure it out now. It's not like, I felt like we were good. If the Olympics were going to kick off this July, I was swaggy as ever. Let's just go. Mm-hmm. We were feeling good. Now we got to wait around another 15 months. And I feel like it's lit this hardcore fire in me, where it's like, if I'm doing this again, I will leave nothing to chance, no stone unturned, and push people to this level. If they hate me, then you hate me. But you want to be on my team, right? You want to play with me, you want to play against me. And that's okay. Yeah. But I feel like you see that attitude with dudes and no one says anything, right? Like, guys can, Cristiano Ronaldo or all these people can just have this swag and, like, expectations of teammates. And I think at times with women, oh no, she's being really hard on us, or why no. Winning is winning. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. What you expect and how you go about your business is the exact same. And the expectation of what I expect of my teammates is going to be a little bit more intense. Yeah. And I expect it for me too. And I expect them to hold me to that standard.
And also, that level of intensity, commitment, and drive has gotten you to this place, to where you have all these accolades without even probably trying. It's just your way of doing things.